One of the elevators malfunctioned at the Esco Plaza building last night.
What do you mean malfunction?
A man's dead.
Have a nice day.
Austin, that is not the voice of a killer.
Not the first designer that created something that led to a fatal accident.
That's a cop-out.
You got the left. I got the right. You got the left. I don't have the right. Get the right.
If I hadn't come to work for you, I'd never know how it feels to steal from a blind man.
The only threat to me and Serendip Austin is you. Bartell, 11:35 p.m. The outside temperature is 64 degrees. The expected low tonight will be 56 degrees. Tomorrow should be clear and a high of 78. All freeways are reported clear at this time. Drive safely, Mr. Bartell.
I can't make heads or tails of your financial record keeping, Austin. There are receipts mixed in here from the Nixon administration.
I've got a perfect record of everything. Dates, figures, mileage, everything to March 6, 1959.
Yeah? Where? You remember every financial transaction in your life since you were 3 years old?
Yeah.
Austin, this is an IRS audit. It's not a brain scan.
If they want something, I can tell them. I'm certified.
Certifiable.
I mean, I'm certified by the federal government. They had some people testing and found my memory system to be 5 times better than the best computerized data directory and retrieval system, so they'll have to listen to me. I'm certified.
Okay. How much did you pay Radon Electronics in May for an oscilloscope?
$12,016.05. Delivery charge of $25 and a tip to the driver of $1. Look, give me 5 minutes with the IRS computer and I'll straighten this all out.
Yeah, but are you going to still need a secretary when you're in jail? Austin, it's not just the audit. It's everything. I pay bills with Santa money. I don't know how much goes into your account, how much goes out of your account. I don't even know if you have an account.
If you want to know my bank balance, why don't you just come to me?
You mean you know that, too?
Yes, it's today's interest.
Okay, what is it? What's your balance?
Nothing. It's empty. I'm broke.
Austin, how can you be broke? The most sought-after technical consultant in world history?
Well, it's like you said. Money goes in, money goes out. Money's irrelevant.
In that case, I would like an increase in my basic irrelevance.
Sorry, you have to go back to Serendip for that. Patch it in. Austin James.
Austin, Graham McKinley at Serendip. You have a problem.
Graham, don't worry about it. I'm going to do the IRS a big favor and design them an up-to-date auditing program. It should satisfy them.
I'm talking about your theta system. One of the elevators malfunctioned at the Etco Plaza building last night.
What do you mean malfunction?
The man's dead. You're in serious trouble, Austin. They're going to blame you.
Manually somehow?
No, they can only open as I program them to open through this master control module. Completely automatic.
Then I guess it must have been Theta. It must have given the wrong command.
If you had any idea of the sophistication of this system, you wouldn't make such a naive statement.
Well, something sure went wrong.
Sorry. You're right. Something sure went wrong.
Maybe somebody messed with it. Some unqualified building maintenance person or somebody.
No, it's secured against tampering. And there's no sign that anyone even tried to tamper. The elevator doors open to an empty shaft. It came straight from this module. My program.
Okay. Maybe somebody tampered with the elevator shaft.
Hello, madam. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Theta's designed to visually recognize faces programmed into its memory and allows them access only the floors they've been cleared for. Since you're a visitor, you have to wear the tag. It knows me because I created it.
Select your floors, please.
11. All passengers.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Are we going all the way to 11?
I don't think there's much danger falling from inside the elevator.
No offense. What are you doing? Austin, we're moving.
How else am I supposed to check out 300 feet of elevator shaft?
Okay. How can you get in trouble in an elevator that calls you Dad?
The elevator will arrive momentarily. Please step back to allow passengers to disembark.
Take a note. I don't like elevators that tell me what to do. Get rid of them.
Mr. Rindolph, may I know your plans if your proposed takeover goes through?
Don't worry, Watson. You'll remain a vital part of the new Etco, just as you were under the late Mr. Bartell's direction.
What do you see?
Nothing. Clean track. Maybe under the car.
11th floor. Have a nice day.
Haven't you got this damn thing fixed yet?
The Theta 25 is working perfectly. You have my word on it.
And who are you?
I'm Austin James. I designed Theta 25.
A little blood on your hands this morning? Excuse me. Take a note. This company's first act after reorganization will be to bring suit against Mr. Austin James.
Yes, Mr. Rindolph.
Austin?
I just don't know what could have happened.
What now?
Got a printout coming of the Theta's black box.
Say again?
I connected the house computer to the unit's memory recorder. What's the floor? Who the elevator picked up? And at what time? See, the heavy traffic here between 5 and 7 p.m. Workers heading home.
And two scattered ones. And a gap till 11:35 here. Here's where Bartell called the elevator to pick him up on the 12th floor.
No, that's incorrect. It has to be. Bartell's office is on 11. Recreate the sequence at 23:35. Passenger Andrew Bartell.
They went to the wrong floor.
But the door's open for Bartell on 11.
Maybe he was reading the paper.
Stepped into the empty elevator shaft.
But you said Theta was working perfectly, Austin. How could it do something so stupid?
It couldn't. It would shut itself down first. My machine did something it couldn't possibly do, and for no apparent reason.
Austin, I just thought of something.
I know. I thought of it, too. Could happen again. At any time.
So what? I call in every night and ask for it. I know it don't make much sense when I ain't allowed to have a radio, but it just makes me feel better knowing that somebody's playing it somewhere. Yes, it's very important to... Yeah. I'd know if you said you were going to play it and didn't. I'd know. Hang on.
Hello, Mr. Jordan. 9:29 in the evening. The elevator will arrive momentarily with Mr. Grumbacher. Will you please see him safely to his car?
I'm shutting them all down, Austin, recalling all the control modules. Well, it's certainly not the kind of decision I want to make so soon in a new position, but I have no choice.
Yeah, I understand. Is there anything I can do to help?
We can help by fixing that blasted thing. How long will it take?
48 hours. About to redesign the whole unit.
Oh, do me a favor. Fix the theta control at Serendip first, will you? I hate walking up and down stairs. Frankly, it may all be a day late and $1 short.
What do you mean?
It means the mad elevator may bring the walls of Serendip tumbling down.
Investors are fair-weathered friends. They don't like to know that people die in our elevators. Company stock's already down 20 points. I'm going to have to distance you from Serendip, Austin. You understand? It's for the good of the company. Yeah, well, you're still coming to my dinner party for the staff on Sunday? Huh? 6 o'clock. Sharp.
Talk about fair-weathered friends.
It's hard to believe. After years of trying to distance myself from the corporate marketing web of Serendip, I finally succeeded.
Hi, Dad. Hello, Mickey.
It knows me.
The necessary adjustment. We're going to be going in and out of these things a lot.
Select your floors, please.
21 Theta. All passengers.
Thank you.
21st floor here. 11th floor is the last accident. Nothing. Or something, I don't know. I'm just trying to find a pattern. Anything that both buildings might have in common.
Besides Theta?
Well, something that may be affecting Theta in a way I couldn't have anticipated. Inconceivable as that might seem.
21st floor. Have a nice day.
Austin, that is not the voice of a killer.
Belongs to a retired sheet metal worker named Sid.
Sid?
The perfect computer voice. Authoritative, calm, intelligent. Voice you can trust.
Hey, isn't that the same weird thing that was in Bartell's building?
Not identical, but it's by the same sculptor.
Austin, maybe electrical impulses from the sculptures sent signals to the elevators to open the doors. Austin?
Nah, the impulses in this piece of art couldn't have affected my elevator any more than a receptionist's electric pencil sharpener.
Did you break it?
Well, it was a malfunctioning elevator. The only thing both buildings have in common.
Actually, I think it's kind of cute.
See if you can find the artist's name on here.
How about this? Is this some sort of weird signature or something? That's a bolt of some sort. And what's that, a lopsided U or a sideways horseshoe or something?
A toilet seat.
Austin, no self-respecting artist is... Right. It's a toilet seat. A bolt and a toilet seat.
John and a bolt. John Bolt.
Good taste.
Go away!
And a gentleman, too.
Mr. Bolt, my name is Austin James.
No, my name is Austin James, and there is only room for one Austin James in this studio. So leave.
He obviously wants no part of it.
If he didn't want to stay, he wouldn't have answered his doorbell. He's obviously enjoying his temper tantrum. He'd be terribly disappointed if we left.
You're still there.
Mr. Bolt, I know how rude it is to interrupt a great artist at work, but my associate, Miss Castle, and I were so moved by your kinetic sculptures that we'd greatly appreciate a chance to meet the master and pay our respects.
Do you have anything to eat? Oh, never mind. Come on in. Get it over with.
So you're here. Well, go on. Pay me some respect.
We were admiring your work at two corporate offices we visited recently.
My work adorns the offices of the corporate world, a world inhabited by the rodents of this earth, whom I gladly overcharge outrageous amounts. Which two did you see?
Petco Plaza and the Vivitech building.
And you liked them?
Didn't you?
I only sell my worst pieces, and those two I particularly despise.
Nevertheless, it's quite an achievement for an artist. Blind.
You are very observant, Mr. James.
But the clock has no glass on its face. You feel its hands to learn the time. It's probably the same with your watch. Like all artists, you pursue your art late into the night, and yet there isn't a single light in the studio. There are no mirrors, and the buttons on the typewriter and telephone have been altered to be...
You've made your point, Mr. James.
I hope we haven't embarrassed you.
Not at all. I was not always without my sight. I lost my sight a great number of years ago. The night before the unveiling of my first piece, I was busy destroying it with an acetylene torch at the time.
Destroying it?
The people that bought the piece lopped off the top like a rotten pineapple because they said it was too tall for their lobby. Well, the torch was defective and there was an explosion. And since that night, I have been a different man.
Your work really does have a vision all its own. Matter of fact, I'd like to buy something. Maybe one of your large kinetic pieces.
No, I don't think so.
Why not, Mr. Bolt?
I don't like you.
It's a poor excuse, especially since you're willing to sell to those you hate.
Ah, but that's just the point. I don't hate you. I just don't like you.
Thank you, Mr. Bolt.
Next time, bring something to eat. Goose liver.
Well, you're promising new experiences in life, Austin. I'll say that for you. If I hadn't come to work for you, I'd never know how it feels to steal from a blind man.
From a blind suspect.
Suspected of what? Bad manners?
Well, certainly that, and the fact that his sculptures were witness to two bizarre accidents.
Oh, come on, Austin. You gotta admit, it's probably just a coincidence.
Probably. But when you're dealing with a bizarre, Mickey, you have to make a few bizarre assumptions, and then you can discard them after you've proven them wrong. Maybe just a threat of a possibility, but we haven't disproven it yet. On the other hand, I can't see anything unusual about this piece of art.
I can't compare it to one of those statues in the building. But then that would mean we would have to steal one of those, and that would be too much for one day, don't you think?
Mickey Castle, Green Thumb Plant Rental. Time to rotate the plant.
Rotate the plants?
You must be new here.
No, I've been here 5 years. Working the night shift regular as clockwork.
Oh, well, we usually rotate bright and early, take advantage of the morning sun. But lately, it's been so busy.
Didn't think I'd forget a face like yours. That's too big for a little gal like you. Let me give you a hand.
Ooh, my goodness, you are so strong.
It's nothing. I clean and jerk 250.
250 what?
Pounds. I lift weight. Bodybuilding, you know.
Hi, Dad.
Dad, and this one.
Was that the elevator?
I didn't hear anything.
No. Shut down. Couldn't be. You're alone so much at night. Just get ready to start talking to the elevator.
I know what you mean.
See, the secret is amino acids.
Amino acids. Uh-huh.
Didn't we already move this once?
They all look alike, don't they?
You know, it gets real quiet up here at night. And very private.
Water.
Water?
Gotta water the plants. You have a water fountain?
There's a janitor station over here.
Hi, Dad. 7:29. Temperature is 68 degrees. The expected low tonight is 61. Freeways are clear.
It's really nice having some company.
I can imagine.
I'm so lonely.
I can imagine that too. Listen, I got a firm waiting for me at the Edco Plaza.
It can wait.
How clumsy of me! I forgot I had a pail of water in my hand.
How can you forget you have a pail of water in your hand?
Do you have a change of clothes?
Yeah, back in my locker. I'll be right back.
Take your time. I'll be waiting.
Good night, Dad.
All right, I got it. Nick, get the door. All right, here we go. It's not gonna work. Hold on, I got it. All right. Okay. You got the left. I got the right. You got the left. I don't have the right. Get the right. All right, I got it. All right. All right.
$100 a day for long-stemmed roses. Every day for 3 weeks. Delivery address, Matty Lou T.
Well,
He doesn't sound like a deduction, Austin. And $4 to Mike the Alligator Mendoza. I think so too.
no, I mean this here. The sound insulation the boat built in has been removed.
Why would anyone remove insulation?
They needed room to install something inside the sculpture. Something they've since removed.
Access financial records of Edco Inc. Subheading of purchases and requisitions, kinetic artwork by John Bolt, 11th floor. Identify the purchasing agent. Donor of gift.
Randolph. You mean that corporate creep we met outside the elevator?
Same query at Vivatech, 21st floor artwork.
Arthur Randolph. Another link between the two accidents.
The first step cleared the way for a hostile takeover by Randolph at Edco. I wonder.
The New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, he's buying up the stock at Vivatech, too. It's another takeover bid. He's trying to corner the market on superconductors. With Edco and Vivatech, he owns 2 of the 3 leading corporations in superconductor research.
What's the third company? God, another beta.
Yep, and it's back in service. The third company, Serendip. I know McKinley's working late tonight, but he's not picking up.
Isn't there anyone else?
All calls are on auto transfer to the night watchman. He's not answering either. He must be on his round. the master theta system control and shut it down. Now! You take those stairs.
Good evening, Mr. McKinley. All streets are clear. Drive safely, Mr. McKinley.
Austin, are you going crazy?
Hi, Dad. Hello,
I think I jumped the gun. I'm sorry, Graham.
What are you saying? Are you saying it isn't fixed?
It was never broken. Bartell and Grumbacher were murdered.
Murdered by elevator. And you're trying to save my life, I suppose.
Why don't you listen to what I have to say?
Austin, my predecessor warned me about your eccentric obsession with crime. I'm sorry, I knew it was going to be hard. I didn't realize how hard.
I'm trying to help you in Serendip.
The only threat to me and Serendip, Austin, is you. Now, the board of directors is calling a special meeting tomorrow to try and salvage something out of this situation. Get him to see a doctor.
Maybe we were wrong about Serendip.
No, Rendell's going after Serendip. That much I'm sure of. No, Rendell's managed to compromise Theta. The process involves large kinetic sculptures by John Bolt.
What you doing?
Drawing a picture. Pictures help me think. Now, here's the elevator system at Echo. And here's the sculpture. So... What up?
The new interstate.
They haven't. Stop the car!
The road. Where is it?
This won't be finished for months.
It was right here.
Why'd you ever come up here?
There was a detour sign. The street was closed.
So where is it?
It was here, right here.
There's no sign of a sign of any kind.
I saw it. Let's go ask that guy over there.
You ask. I know a hallucination when I've seen one.
Austin, what's that odor?
Ozone.
The stuff when lightning hits?
The same.
I don't see any lightning.
I don't see any detour sign either.
Excuse me. I'm afraid we're a little lost. We were trying to follow the detour.
What detour is that?
Didn't you see the detour sign back there under the interstate?
The interstate.
But they're still building it.
Well, it was there 5 minutes ago.
I'm glad to hear it. Construction's had traffic all bottled up for months now.
Can I give you a hand?
Hey, thanks. I got a whip. The chain to tear on this rig is 10 minutes flat.
Yeah. What'd you do for the other 50 minutes you were parked here?
What'd you say?
You've got a slow oil leak. The drops in the ground indicate you've been here at least an hour. Matter of fact...
So what if I have? What business is it of yours?
Just curious. And, Duffy, I wouldn't take the interstate just yet. The tactic is reconnaissance and force supported by well-timed diversionary attacks.
What are we doing? Seeing Randolph or invading Poland?
A little of both. You'll be watching me, so you're the intelligence gatherer. Count for telephone numbers, scribbled notes, invoices, contracts.
What if he catches me?
Well, doesn't mean in his face.
Mr.
James. Austin James.
Oh, yes, of course, Mr. James. If you're here to fix the elevators, I'm afraid you've made an unnecessary trip. We've discontinued your theta.
My associate, Miss Castle, and I have made interesting kinetic discoveries concerning the tragedies. The things we've turned up is your interest in art.
Yes, I'm a patron of many artists.
Especially John Vogel.
I believe he was one of them, yes. I'm sorry, how rude of me not to offer you some coffee. A soft drink?
No, thank you.
She'll have a glass of Renault spring water from the Armagnac region of France with shaved ice and a lemon twist. Nothing for me.
What does kinetic art have to do with your killer elevators, James?
So far, the connection's merely thought-provoking. You donated the sculpture to both Etco and Vivatech before the murders.
Did you say murders?
My system didn't kill anyone. Someone did use it to commit murder.
Sorry, but it sounds like you're rather trying to get yourself off the hook.
Yes, and someone else on it.
I see. And you think it had something to do with kinetic art that I donated? I'm similar to the wild wolf, James. Like that predator, I also mark my territory. I just happen to mark it before I take it.
And before the CEO of that corporation accidentally dies.
People die every day. If some event befalls a company to make them vulnerable, I take advantage.
You've made one serious mistake, Mr. Randolph. You've used a system that I designed as part of your event. You will not get away with it.
You really come here trying to force me into some admission of guilt in this obvious fantasy of yours. Get out! You're dangerous, James. Unbalanced. Serendip's board of directors will be very disturbed to learn this. I'll have to tell them at the meeting today. They've invited me.
Take a note, Mr. Randolph. Your days are numbered.
Yeah, boss. This is going to be easier than we thought. He was just here. He's on his way down.
Gotcha.
314-379-2816.
Good. What is it?
I know, it was on his desk.
Come on, make it a 10-digit number. That could be anything. A telephone number, a bank account?
Well, it was next to his computer.
Possibly an access code. It's easy enough to check. What else?
What do you mean, what else?
One 10-digit number. That's all you got?
Austin, I can't even remember my own Social Security number. I'm impressed with myself that I remembered
314-379-2816.
Right.
Right.
What's he doing here?
My guess is the same thing he was doing last night when we almost drove off the interstate.
What? Changing a tire? What? That same metallic smell from last night.
Ozone.
Well, maybe something was wrong with his truck.
Had money on it.
Austin, you know something about that truck. What is it?
I want you to go to the board of directors meeting.
Me?
Keep Randolph from getting control of Serendip.
Me?
You'll have my proxy, delay, divide, confuse. Drop me at the warehouse. I've got a lot to do.
When I was approached to assume the responsibilities of Chief Executive Officer of Serendip, I made a commitment. A commitment to you and to the stockholders of this great organization. A commitment to keep Serendip a strong, vital, and aggressive company. Despite the setbacks of the past week, I am satisfied that the worst is over and that we will prevail and resume our rightful position in the forefront of high technology research and development. I want you all to feel confident. We're in great financial condition, and Serendip's stock will start climbing towards the end of the day.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Please, young lady.
I'm really allergic to cigar smoke.
Yes, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I'm holding Austin James' proxy. He has a right to vote. I move we adjourn to consult legal counsel on the proxy issue.
In the light of recent events, I think it is imperative that this board begin immediate discussion on the possible removal from this company of Austin James as its president. Austin!
I'll go first. Hello.
Well, someone get an ambulance.
And the police.
It was really quite an educational experience. One fellow in my cell gave the most interesting lecture on time-honored thankful.
Austin, you didn't give him any ideas.
No, but he gave me some. How'd you get the $100,000 for bail?
I met the nicest bail bondsman who seemed to take a bit of a fancy to me.
Put up $100,000 on your smile?
Yep, and everything in the warehouse.
The warehouse?
Austin, I couldn't let you rot in jail.
The warehouse?
Nobody knows how to use any of that stuff except you.
My equipment?
And if you're up the river with the big boys, the IRS will probably attack everything after the audit anyway.
Okay, calm down. I suppose under the circumstances, it was the only way. Now, tell me everything you saw.
I saw you shoot Graham McKinley.
You're absolutely sure it was me?
Well, of course, we all saw you.
How was I holding the gun? Well,
Austin, you know, I've been thinking, you've been under a terrific strain lately. And I know this therapist.
it's really quite brilliant to think Randolph could project the illusion of me into that room.
Illusion? You mean it wasn't you?
Nor my long-lost twin brother. I was at the warehouse, alone.
Without an alibi?
Well, like I said, it was really quite brilliant.
I don't share your admiration for the man.
Not admiration, professional respect. Just one more question. Was there an odor?
I think I was holding my breath.
Think, Mickey. Metallic smell.
You found it. The number I memorized.
The number you memorized was the phone number from Benny's Bavarian Delicatessen in St. Louis, Missouri. He buys a cheesecake out every week.
How would Benny know where to find a roast truck?
He didn't. I traced the license number. I got it when the van just about ran over my foot in the parking lot.
Hope there aren't any dead roaches crawling around in here. Wow. This is an overkill for a few annoying kitchen pets? It's one of your Theta units.
Connected to a microwave train.
Microwave? You mean like TV dinner microwave?
Microwave energy can be used to create heat, transmit radio signals. Signals from this truck to the Theta controlling the building's elevators.
No sign of tampering, because nobody ever even went inside the building.
This Theta's been reprogrammed. We had it send its altered instructions to the elevator's unit, convincing the elevator to follow new directions.
Sort of like peer pressure. But then how'd they do the rest of it? How'd they get those men to walk in an empty elevator shaft?
Maybe Bartell and Grumbacher didn't step into an empty elevator shaft. If you're like you, they were just following the detour sign.
Don't get it.
Let me give you a demonstration.
Good evening, Mr. Rendell. Time is 8:45 p.m.
What is this?
The outside temperature is 58 degrees. But you will never get out of this building alive.
Austin James, I know you're behind this. It's not going to work.
Well, it was worth a try.
I'll see to it that your bail is revoked.
The elevator will arrive in 5 seconds. Watch your step, Mr. Randolph. Dad has your roach truck. It's right outside, controlling me.
Have a nice evening.
I can't leave you alone up here.
After you.
No, after you.
I insist. It's amazing how far holography has come. One of your firms specializes in holographic research, doesn't it? I'll bet you could project a hologram of an elevator car from this sculpture right here. An unsuspecting CEO might even step right through to his death.
Don't give me your outlandish nonsense.
You might even project a whole highway that somebody might mistake for the real thing. But the board meeting,
That was truly state-of-the-art.
To get a holographic picture of me in the parking garage, matting it together with a holographic pistol, projecting it into the conference room while your henchman fires the real gun from behind. A remarkable accomplishment.
Yes, James. You know it all. But that information will die with you.
Austin!
Randall! A little stock manipulation I can understand. This.
Austin, are you okay?
It's not going to work. The first 10 times I was scared. But familiarity breeds familiarity. And I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of screeching like Little Miss Muffet. Go to your web. Maybe there's some flies waiting.
Hey.
Hey, how'd it go?
How'd what go?
The audit.
Oh, fine, no problems.
I don't believe it. How can someone with absolutely no financial records whatsoever walk away from an IRS audit saying no problem?
Simple, I inundated them. I told them everything. Everything. I started with my radio-controlled robot lawn mowing service, which I initiated at age 8, and my rare animal taxidermy studio.
Stop. You told them everything, and they believed you?
No, they got numb. I used up all the cassette tapes and 4 stenographers. In the end, the only human thing for them to do was conclude my taxes were in proper order.
You could become a national hero.
I've already been one 2 or 3 times. What are you doing?
Starting a new checkbook. Try and organize your finances from now on.
Oh, didn't you see? Right over here. Everything's in order, catalog, organized, up to date.
When did you do all this?
Oh, last night. Listen, I don't want you to worry about any of this stuff anymore.
This
Just leave it all over here and I'll...
see.
What can I say? Life's an illusion.
Of aliens, the magic of Houdini, the miracles of angels. Now the real stories and events are explained in a thrilling original series, Mysteries, Magic, and Miracles, hosted by Patrick McNee. Coming up next.